Hey everyone, Chris here. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's pretty early in the morning. I'm at the toy box right now getting things ready because we are hosting a Super Bowl party here for a whole bunch of our family and friends. And this deal behind me came in, you can probably see it now, came in last week, but I couldn't do anything with it because I had to go to Tennessee the following day. And I thought that since I'm here right now preparing for the Super Bowl, I would film a detailing video for you all real quick. So, remember that car I told you about that I traded the X6 and the Challenger in on? Well, she's finally here. Y'all probably know what this is. It's the new Taycan Cross Turismo. I custom ordered this from Porsche Minneapolis back in, when was that? Well, whenever I traded this car, it was in August or something like that. And spec'd it out to whatever I felt was needed, and she's finally in. I wasn't sure about it, you know, looking on pictures online. I'm not a big wagon fan, and I did not want this thing to appear like a wagon. So I did order it kind of sight unseen, just speculation from the videos and pictures online. And I'm sure glad I did, because I went there about 2 months later. They finally got one in, and I was checking it out, and this thing is not nearly as wagon looking as I was afraid of. So I'll show you more about the specs on this thing. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm here to show you. For the Super Bowl, I decided to order Traeger's, one of Traeger's, I think they're called these Traeger boxes. I've done the brisket before, I've done the ribs. This month they came out with a pork shoulder. So I prepared this over the last couple days, just seasoned her up. I thought preparing turkeys for Thanksgiving was pretty nasty. This takes things to a whole nother level. I don't know if you guys are squeamish like I am. I'm a meat eater. I love steak, medium rare all day, but actually handling the stuff and touching it, it's quite a bit different. I'll leave that to the butchers because this is all skin on the pig. It's pretty nasty. It's like one of these things has one of those tattoos on it from the pig. I don't know, just kind of nasty. Before I start the Taycan wash, I'll just do a quick one too. By the way, I'm not going to do one of those detailed ones. I just want to get her done and show you guys, give you guys an update as to what's going on. But before I do that, I need to get this on the Traeger. I got to place it skin side down. Just a real cut in the flesh like that, nasty. It has to be on the grill for 1 hour or until the skin starts to puff and bubble. Nasty. Now that's all set, let's go ahead and start washing this up. Alright, this next part can be a little tedious. I'm going to do it off camera. This thing, it is Expel Clear Rod. JD! Yeah, I got some stuff to do here. Close that. Close his head out there. with this thing not being coated at all, it is Expel clear wrapped. Hello, JD. I'm going to go ahead and towel dry it with graphene CS3 from Adams. Then I'm going to do a top coat of Adams ceramic spray coating. This is similar to like a real ceramic coating, but it's much less time consuming and a whole lot easier to apply. So I'm going to do that off camera. How you doing, JD? All right, got her all cleaned up and coated. That Adams Polish ceramic coating spray I was mentioning, this stuff is really great. I just quickly came over here and I washed this yesterday, but rinsed down some of the salt that's been building up over the last day. And this stuff just beads and lasts forever. So I really like that stuff. I highly recommend it. So this is the 2022 Taycan Cross Turismo 4 that I ordered. I was going to, I would have liked to get like the 4S, not so much the Turbo or the Turbo S, because let's be honest, with the Taycan Turbo S over here at least, right there, it's kind of a party trick where you launch it with people in it to get their reaction or just have them experience it, and then you maybe do that 5 to 10 times, then you don't do it anymore. You just drive it like you would a normal car. So I didn't feel the need to spend the additional funds on a higher trim level for the Cross Turismo, because I did buy this with the intention to use it as a daily driver. B, there was no allocation for anything besides the 4 at the time. And C, I really just didn't need that much power for something that I'm going to be dealing. Yeah, it's nice to have, but this is plenty. So Carousel got the allocation for this. I think, like I said, in what was it, August, September, October, one of those 3 months. Life's a blur at this point. Everything's just so busy. And I decided to go ahead and build one. And as I mentioned earlier, I was super hesitant on it because I didn't want it to look like a wagon. This is probably my favorite position, my favorite angle on it, because to me it looks like a slammed Cayenne. I don't have a Cayenne here to show, but my dad's got a Cayenne. I've had several. It just looks like a Cayenne that's been slammed to the ground a little bit. This angle kind of supports that as well. Not quite as tall as the Macan, but it's really, you can see here, it's not that much shorter. What is it? I think it's like this angle might be my least favorite. I think here, if anything, it looks kind of like a wagon, but it's not a wagon. It's a Cross Turismo, almost like a crossover, but just, I don't know how to explain it. Porsche calls it Cross Turismo. Car and Driver and Motor Trend, they call it a wagon. I think they're going to start calling this a Sport Turismo here soon, or maybe they'll come out with a different version called the Sport Turismo. But anyway, let me walk you around some of the options here. This is the Dolomite Silver Metallic. That is, looking at it now, it does have a little bit more blue than I would like, depending on the angle or the lighting. But it is a really true silver. It's not like the Iridium Silver or like the Hummer or Billet from Mopar, but it is a silver. And I'm happy with it. I like the way the black and silver look together. I did the black leather interior package. Basically, it's just an expensive package that just extends the leather wherever it's. I think it's more leather on the dash. I think lower parts of the seat, or something like that. I don't know. It's a premium, but it's an additional cost over the standard black leather. So I did the black leather interior package. On the back of it, I decided to do the model designation in satin black. I did option. I was only like $200. The wheel caps in color. Otherwise, it'd just be kind of a bland black and white logo on there. The roof rails. This is polished black. It's not like a true gloss. It is, but it's like they call it aluminum finish. So the roof rails in black aluminum, and I did that just to bring some more height and off-road look to it. Because next one I did is the off-road design package. This gets you just these little, I don't know what they're called, little fins that go up on the sides of the car. It's, in theory, it might catch some, but in theory it's supposed to protect those panels from getting hit with rocks. But also I did want the higher ride height as well as the gravel mode, and that the ride height is like, I don't know, it's like not even an inch higher, but it comes with that off-road design package. Next, I did do the roof lining on the interior in they call it the Race Tex. It's essentially like a suede or an Alcantara. I just think that classes up the interior quite a bit. Since I did buy this as an all year-round, daily driver, I did elect to do the all-season tires. I'm not going to be, this is a Taycan 4. It's not a Turbo S. I'm not going to be taking this on the track. I'm not going to be going around corners, doing 40 miles an hour. I don't care for the sticky tires, especially in the winter, or if they're doing road work, which they seem to be doing here 8 months out of the year. Kick up all that tar and stuff. The all-season tires are a whole lot less prone to grabbing that little grit, the sand, the pebbles, the salt, and kicking it up into the car. And I did spec the 20-inch off-road designers. I'm not crazy about them. I picked them because they were the nicer looking of the options. Plus, I hate cleaning wheels. It's just something that I don't like doing, because no matter how much you scrub at them, as you're drying them, you still find dirt and crud that's attached to them. So cleaning these ones just now, it was a breeze to clean. I really enjoy them. Next, I did the thermal and noise insulated glass. This was kind of an expensive option, but I wanted to have it's an EV. I wanted it to be as quiet as possible. Plus, using this in the wintertime, I do intend on using the Porsche Connect app, and then I will, preheat or cool in the summertime the cabin, and that thermal and noise glass helps with that option. Next, I did the premium package, and this is what I think should be standard on all Porsche cars. I understand they need to make their money, but not everybody, and not everybody needs these options. But it comes with surround view, the power folding mirrors, the lane change assist, which I don't use, but I do use the ambient lighting and the ventilated seats. So all that comes with the premium package, which again is an option, not standard. I think it might be standard on the higher trim models, but unsure about with these lower trims. Next, I did the LED Matrix Design headlights in black. You can get these in standard, or I think there's even a blue option where there's some accents in blue. Nothing on this car is blue, so I didn't want to do that, and I just wanted to keep it black looking to match, the trim and the windows and everything. So I did those. They're just really cool looking during the day. They're just nice and bright, and you can really distinctly tell the difference between this and like a Panamera just coming from the front. And last option I did, again, I wanted the interior to be as nice as possible, so I did option out the Burmester high-end speakers. The Bose would have been just fine. I'm sure the stock would have been just fine as well. I believe with the premium package, you have to choose either the Bose or the Burmester. It was an expensive option, but this Burmester sound system sounds incredible. Since I did select the ionizer, that just improves the quality of the air on the inside. That was a cheap option, so I threw that in there, and also the adaptive sports seats. I think that was part of the premium package. I had to select which seat I want, and I ended up going with the 18-way power seats. Okay, so first impressions on this thing. I feel like I should have done the electronic door for the, just locked? There we go. For the power supply. There is one on both sides. I didn't do it because if I did, this vent right here on the side would be solid, and I really want it to be as clean as possible. So both sides has just the standard manual, and part of me was thinking too, like, if this battery ever dies, is this door, the electric one, ever going to open up? How dead does the battery have to be for that? If you come over here, this has it, and not that I'm crazy about it, but I've been washing this car, and I'll accidentally bump this, and it'll just open up, and I have to be like, all right, close, damn it. So I don't know. I did not select that option for a few reasons: price and functionality. I guess it's not bad, but I don't know. I guess didn't want to deal with it. It is, I mentioned earlier, it is not as. Oh, this is another thing too. I forget which option it was, but I was able to select which color I wanted this bottom trim piece. Is it the front too, I think? Yeah. Right here. So I don't know what this is standard, but I did select this option. If I could have had it all black, maybe I would have. I don't know. The build is a little confusing to me. But those are the only off-colored pieces on here. Doesn't look bad by any means, but maybe it would have been better if it was black. I really do enjoy this car. I've only got about maybe 60 miles on it so far. I do wish it had more power. This is not a slouch, but it makes any internal combustion car look really slow. And by that I mean I don't need to wait for it to downshift or the turbos to spool up or anything. It's just instant. And even going like 30 miles an hour, I didn't beat on it too much, but even going up to that speed and hitting it, she kicks up really, really well. So besides having just a little bit more power, again, this is the bottom level trim. There are 3 levels above this, all of which have more power. 4 actually with the GTS Sport Turismo. That would be my only gripe, I think. Other than that, it's a really, really nice car. The inside is super sweet and clean. I did the all black. The current Taycan over there, there's that ambient lighting. Goes throughout the cabin. The current Taycan has a red interior, so it's nice to have that black. I did not, that's another thing, I did not option for the passenger side display. I always drive with my displays off. It just bugs me having them on. I didn't need to spend, I think it's like $1,200, maybe even more, just to have this display for the passenger, and that everything on this display is on this display. And I don't know why Porsche thinks that this guy needs one right in front of him when he can turn his head 3 degrees and see the display in the center. So that's all preference. I would not recommend that center display. I just do not think it's worth the price. Similar to like Ferraris. Ferraris charges a ridiculous amount for an even smaller, less informative display in front of their passenger. It's like 1 inch by maybe 6 or 7 inches wide. And it's more than what Porsche charges for theirs. And it's just ridiculous how these companies do that. I mean, I know they're trying to, some people don't care about cost, they just want the coolest stuff, but I don't think that is necessary when you have the display, again, 1 inch to the left. I also did not do the Sport Chrono package. The clock on the Cross Turismo, or the clock on the Turbo S, I think is very annoying. Annoying is the wrong word. It's just really out there. Unlike, I got the 911 up here yesterday, so I can't show you that. Unlike the 911, it's not recessed into the dash. See, it's just like this thing just sticks up, and depending on the angle, that can be kind of annoying. Granted, you don't see it. Usually my eyes are like right about here, so it's even with the top of the dash, but I don't know. I really do like this look, so I really hope Porsche doesn't ever go away with it, because I love an analog clock, especially in the center. But I didn't want that thing right in the middle of my dash. You can see it. Look through the reflection, you can see it. Okay, it's 10:40. I got 7.5 hours left on the pork. I had to work on it for like 2 days leading up to this, and I had to put it on the Traeger to let the skin puff and boil or something like that. I forget what it says. And then next I'm gonna put it on here for about 8 to 9 hours. So it's just gonna sit here. It's just gonna cook. I don't want that open too long. Then I'll be back here around 3 o'clock to get things finalized and set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this Taycan put away real quick. It's just deathly quiet in here, not having that clock in the middle. Again, I wish it was more recessed like the 911, but not having that in here makes my view a lot nicer. View out the back, a little bit better than the sedan version, I think, because it is more of that hatchback style. Hatchback look. I'm not crazy about this big roof. I would rather have probably a solid roof, but again, I like a dark cabin, and this, from the one time I drove it, doesn't get very bright in here. I think having this black interior helps. That's how you shift this thing into reverse and drive. I wish Porsche redid their camera system. It's not bad, but I don't like the warp feature. And yeah, I know you can change it a little bit, but I don't know, it's gonna be like, look at this. See how it warps everything on the side? Makes it pretty tough when trying to judge depth. Like where's that corner right now? It's actually not very close. Porsche is rumored to come out with an EV version of this. Probably gonna be their version like the e-tron. I'm gonna get one of those for sure. I think everybody's gonna go EV at some point. I don't think internal combustion is gonna go away anytime soon. In fact, I just had an interview with Porsche on Friday. I always fill out those surveys, and they must have liked one of my answers or thought my answers were interesting or something that sparked an actual interview. So I spent an hour of my time on Friday. They actually paid me $125 for that too, to give my opinion on the 911 and the future of it. And we talked about internal combustions versus electrifying the 911, and I do think they will electrify the 911 just like they are electrifying the Macan. I don't think they're going to rebrand the Macan. I think it's going to be kind of like the Panamera to the Taycan, where they're just going to come out with, they'll have the Macan for another who knows how long, and then they're going to have the EV variant, and you'll be able to tell the difference because the headlights, I'm sure, right away, similar to the Taycan. But I told them, keep the 911 You know, it's historic. It's got so much class and character. You don't want to ruin that. Instead, you want to do the same route as you did with the Taycan for the Panamera, and just have an additional to, or an addition to the 911 that doesn't sacrifice, you know, 911 Porsche quality and expectations that we all know and love. I gotta get out of here. I got a cheese dip to make. I got a whole bunch of other stuff to do at the house before I come back here in about 4 hours to help set up. Oh shoot, before I go I gotta clean the floor. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video here. I want to give you all a quick update for the vehicle that came in that I've been talking about or hinting at for the last several videos. So as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.